Hi everybody, it's Marcy, and I'm here with a request video. Janice requested that I do a tutorial on how I made my Matchbook tag for Dear Julie, Julie's January Just Junk Journal Challenge. So I wanted to do that real quick, and it's really not difficult. I'm going to make it even simpler here, and I'm going to try to use just stuff that could be used. Even though I'm done with that element, I'm still going to use stuff that could be used in this challenge. So I've got a book page, and the first thing I'm going to do is, this book page was cut out apparently, and so it's got a very uneven edge. So I'm going to want my tag to be 4 inches wide, so I'm going to cut that edge off at 8 inches. Now I'm very simply going to take my book page and cut it in half at 4 inches. Now, if you don't have a book page as tall as this, or whatever, just glue book pages together to make whatever size tag you want. Okay, so I'm going to make my tag 4 inches wide by about 7 inches tall. And that is only important because even if I use the full length of this, that's only 11 inches. And because it's a matchbook style, I want to make this and this and the front all one piece. So I would need a little over, I'd need about 15 inches. So the first thing I want to do is figure out which one I want to be my front cover. And I think that would be lovely. Okay, so then I will make this one be my back cover. So I'm not going to measure anything. I'm just going to move stuff out of the way. I'm going to put some glue down. What's funny is I tried, when I was making the original one for my junk journal, I tried doing a video, and for whatever reason, I could not. I was really struggling, and I'm finding the same thing here. Okay, so now I've got my 4 inches wide, and it's really long. Far longer than I will need for a tag. But I want to give my glue a moment to set up. Got that on there as straight as possible. Now, and I may be doing this a little prematurely because my glue hasn't fully had time to dry. I'm going to fold this over, and I'm actually going to keep the the glued part on the back side for now. So just fold that over. Where did my bone folder go? Okay, so see right here, I know it's difficult to see, but that is where my glued together piece is. Okay. So now that I've got that on there, I'm going to pull my cutter out, and where I've got my fold, I want my tag to be, it will end up being just a hair shade over 7 inches tall, but I'm going to line this fold mark up on the 7-inch mark, and I'm going to cut away the rest of that. So then the front of my tag is left with just that. And this is me doing it so I don't have to measure. Now, this will become this part. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold it up, but I don't want to fold it all the way to the top. I want to leave a space there. And I'm going to say maybe 1/4 of an inch. It doesn't have to be a huge space, but I am going to be putting staples there, and I don't want my front cover to get caught. So I'm going to fold that. Let's give it a good crease so we can see where it is. And now I'm going to line that fold up on my 1-inch mark and cut the rest off. So now we've got, basically we've got our matchbook right there. Okay, so now I'm just going to come in, and just because I like it, this is not necessary. But I'm going to round those little corners. And then the next thing I would do is I've got my paper that I want to put in it, and I'm using note papers, and I think I've got 4 here. I thought I had 3, but I've got 4 here. And I know that the front is cut at 7 inches. So I'm going to take this to 7 inches, and I'm going to give it just a tiny hair shade less than the 7. Like 1/16 less than 7 inches. Okay. So then I've got those. And these. And depending on the width of your tag, you might need to cut your papers different, obviously. Okay, so now my pages slide right in there. So I'm going to hold them, and I'm going to use my nifty rewards card tag corner maker, but however you like cutting your tags, just be sure that all of your pages are held together. That way they can all be cut the same. Okay. Now, while I've still got them held together, I'm going to go ahead and take a hole punch and punch a hole in my tag for my tag topper. Now, at this point, if you want to sew around your tag like I did here, this would be the time to do it. Now that everything is cut so that it will match up, and when I sewed around mine, I sewed all the way around the front edge. I sewed all the way around the back edge, not the lip, not the matchbook lip, but just the tag part. And then I sewed a little strip across that top edge of the matchbook part. So now would be the time, if you want to sew around it, now would be the time to do it. Otherwise, or after you sew, now you can take whatever you are using for your tag topper, and in this case, I'm just going to grab a little scrap of fabric. And just simply pull it through. I don't really want to tie a knot in it. A, because my fabric isn't long enough, but it will create more bulk. So I'm just going to pull it through like that. So now my tag has a topper and all of my pages are held in. Now what I like to do on mine is I like, just because we've left writing space in here, I like to go ahead and come in and give my pages a little bit of a crease just to make it easier. They don't need to be creased so much that you need to use a bone folder or anything, but just to make it a little easier when you're using your matchbook tag. Okay. So now the only thing we've got left to do is, on mine, I came in and I added a staple in the, roughly the center. Oh. Uh-oh. Oh no. I still have staples in there. Let's try that again. Nope, something isn't working. Okay. I don't have another stapler. Or not one handy, at least. Oh, I see the problem. Yes, I do, but I'm not sure that I'm going to be able to fix it on camera. Okay. Regardless, one staple will do. I typically put 3. One in the center, one on the right, and one on the left. But since I'm having stapler malfunctions, I'll just leave it with one in the center. And you've got your matchbook tag with writing papers in it. So that is, I decorated. I did this one a little differently in the way I decorated it and stuff, but very simply, that is my matchbook tag. So, Janice, I hope this helps. I hope this is what you needed to see. And until next time, everyone, please be safe, stay healthy, happy crafting, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.